Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer, this is The Country Life, and Joseph has the giggles. I don't really know what's going on, but he cannot stop it. So we just started a new science unit. It is called Animal Adaptations. Let me see if I can grab the book here. So this is from Moving Beyond the Page. This is for ages 8 to 10. I have Joseph, Peter, and Maria all working through this. So this is laid out into lessons. We have lesson 1 here, Why Do Animals Adapt? And just a minute, Joe. And so lesson 1 says that it's going to go over the course of 2 days. We're actually doing all of it today. I just feel like it saves time. If they're sitting and we're working on it, we might as well do both days at the same time. So we have to read from this book. We read pages 4 to 7, and then lots of activities. So it kind of walks you right through what to do. So first off, they were working on, Joe, show me yours over there. So they had all these different animals here, a bird, and they had to write like a bird's wing helps it and, fly. And so this I really just walked out with Joe. We kind of talked it out. And Maria did hers, and everyone just does one. And then they just write down, you know, what animal part it is, like the giraffe's neck helps it reach leaves, things like that. The next one that they just worked on is what do I need? And so they had to draw an animal that fits with this particular habitat and then write down, I'm not sure.
Eagles.
Oh, that's eagles. We're going to have to correct that, Peter. Eagles eat fish. So he's kind of showing how this looks kind of like maybe a lake right here possibly, and how the eagles swoop down and eat that.
Horses, sheep, cows.
Okay, so Joe wanted to put horses, sheep, and cows here, and
moo.
And then we're just going to talk out the adaptations of those animals. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of homeschool moms kind of like to know, I guess homeschool dads too probably, they kind of like to know the schedule and the time frame of how another family's homeschool day goes. 1, because we're curious. 2, we always have this feeling of, am I doing enough? Okay, so first off, your homeschool doesn't have to look anything like my homeschool, and mine doesn't even have to look like my homeschool from day to day. Do you know what I mean? One day it looks very different than another day. This just happens to be our Monday. So we started this morning a little bit weirdly because right about the time we were going to get started with school, which was 8:30, and everyone should have had all their morning things done and everything, we ended up having a deer hunting situation. And so Warren ended up with his bow, he ended up shooting a buck this morning, and that of course just threw everybody off kilter. Warren and Peter and Maria and Joe, I was pretty much just like, ooh, this is awesome. I'm so looking forward to having the hamburger in the freezer again. But everybody else was just like completely, I don't want to say a tizzy, but they were just super excited. Everybody was so excited, and there was just a lot that had to be done. They had to go and track this deer and bring it back, and then they had to skin it and all the things that go along with deer hunting. I don't think it was until about 9:30 when we finally sat down and started in on what you saw us working on before, which was Moving Beyond the Page Science, and we just started a new unit, Animal Adaptations. We did what I would normally do in a week. We did that all today because last week was weird with harvest and then the harvest party, and then just Friday rolled around and we didn't get a lot of this kind of seat work done. But we did what we would normally do in a full week. We did that this morning, and it took us a full 2 hours. We were working on that until 11:30. We did a lot, and it was good. Lots of coloring, lots of labeling, lots of sentence writing. Just, it was good. It was good. I was really pleased with what we got done. Then we took a break. So the kids were off taking a break doing whatever they were doing, and then I was at the computer doing some work with emails about like my work related stuff. And then we had lunch. We had a whole bunch of leftovers for lunch, and as soon as lunch, and we didn't get started eating until about 12:15 or so, and about 10 to 1 we were wrapping up lunch and, you know, getting cleaned up and everything, and the kids are still pretty much having a break. So I wanted to show you what I was working on. It's 1:30. So we are also starting a new unit in social studies. We are doing this unit here, North America Geography unit, and it says here for grades 3 through 6. Now Maria's in grade 2, Peter is in grade 4, and Joseph is in grade 7. This is just going to fit the bill perfectly for us. This little booklet here, which I picked up at a garage sale of all places, covers map skills, overview of plants, animals, and people, and then it also has reproducible pages. Last week when I was getting set up for this unit, what I did is I just went through and photocopied what each of the kids was going to need, and I just stapled it together into a little packet. Today we'll be doing this North America, labeling, coloring, and then of course in order to understand North America as a continent, I also have to share with them the other continents of the world. Then we have a physical map that we're going to be working on today, and then these are all the places that they're going to be looking for on their North America maps. If someone finishes faster than someone else, I have a puzzle. They're going to work on the puzzle of, it's pretty much kind of North America-ish. It covers Canada, the United States, and then I think Mexico might be on that, but anyway, they're going to work on that puzzle. And then I just did this quick too. So there's a whole bunch of glossary terms, and I just wrote out the definitions on this piece of paper here. There's 6 of them, and then they're just going to take these sticky notes and stick the sticky note to the spot of what they think is the definition, and then we will go over that together. I think what I'm going to actually have them do is do this right away, read through this, and see what they know. You know, sometimes there's like all these lessons and there's activities and things like that, and you're like, oh, that's so important to do. But if they go through that and they get all of that right, then I don't even really have to talk about that because they already know it. We might as well just move on to something that they don't know, because I don't know about you, but just rehashing the same old gets a little boring. So that's kind of what I like to do. If they know it, we just skip it and move on, continuing to find things that they don't know.
What's that? Wait, let's check off Gulf of Mexico. Caribbean Seas. Caribbean Sea. We're looking for a sea.
Right there.
Caribbean Sea.
So right here is the Caribbean.
A.
Caribbeans. What's next?
Well, if you can't tell, I'm in Sam's room. There's guitars hanging on the wall. And it's actually pretty late. Well, not pretty late, but it's late enough for doing some schoolwork here right now. It's 8 o'clock, and I wanted to just kind of share here that sometimes we don't always get done the things that we want to do for school during the day. Actually, Sam was on a field trip all day long. He was busy all day, and then he was helping Warren with some meat a little bit, and so anyway, we're finally getting to that. So he is just kind of working through some of the things that I had laid out for him to do during cranberry harvest, and we started out really good where he was doing the school that I had laid out just in the evening. I don't really know what happened, but anyway, I guess everybody just got like tired and whatever. And so then he was not continuing to do school during harvest except for his high school work that he does at the school. And anyway, so he's just working on math right now. We just did chemistry, and then we are working on a literature unit right now as well. And so when he finishes math, then he's going to come out, and I'm reading the book actually to Peter and Maria, well, if Joe wants to listen to, and then he has like questions and things like that he has to do that makes it much more involved. That's kind of what's happening here for homeschool, wrapping up Monday here finally. Good morning, Tuesday now, and homeschool for Peter and Sam looks like duck hunting. So that's what they're doing this morning, and they should be in shortly though. But Maria is taking this time to get her computer work done. We are using Time for Learning, and Time for Learning, when you pay for a subscription to that, you get math and science, social studies, and language arts. In my opinion, that's just too much computer work for kids to do, and so we are utilizing it this year with math and language arts. Math is, pretty straightforward. Language arts, it's not a reading program. It is truly language arts. So they're learning about topic sentences and homophones and synonyms, and there is some spelling, like looking for spelling rules, and what other types of things. Maria's been doing a lot of like finding the facts, topic sentences, endings, how to end, that you like kind of rewrite your topic sentence to end off either your story or your paragraph, things like that. So just true language arts kind of topics. I did pull out a new book that I'm going to work with Joe. I feel like it's going to be too easy though. It is the level kindergarten, and he knows pretty much all of the words that are on this kindergarten list. But I did think that what would be good is just practicing the writing of the words, and especially here where you say like a boy and a girl, knowing which word to go with the other words. I just thought that there's some things in here that he could really, really benefit from. So some of this will probably skip. That's just how it is. I found that with Joe, he is at one level here and at a different level for something else. And even within a particular subject, he can have an understanding of one concept way better than another concept. He's actually putting away laundry and listening to music, of course, so I'm going to have to pull him away from that.
The room.
Now this is the word of. Do you see that word in this sentence?
This.
No, of. I want you to look for the word of. Do you see it?
He.
Find of. Find the word of. He walked out. What's that word?
For.
Of. Is that word?
Yes.
Okay, circle it over here. Great. Now, what's this word?
And.
Good. And. Can you read me the sentence?
See.
Start here.
I see a dog and a pig.
Can you circle the word and? Find the word and circle it.
That's what it is.
A-N-D. Find it over here and circle it.
Dog.
You want to find... It's noon right now. We're going to be having lunch shortly, but I do have the kids working on their map work again, so we're still working on North America.
Mom, this
and
one's a swervy river.
it's a very swervy river. I'm liking this unit. I think it does a good job. So they're working on looking for, what are you doing right now? You're looking for deserts, mountain ranges. What else?
I want to do this one first.
Water. I also have another one of these where I put out all these vocabulary words and I wrote them on a piece of paper. And then they just stick the sticky note to where it goes. I check it, and then after Peter does it, then Maria does it too. And then I will talk about it with Joe as well.
Good morning.
2 o'clock now, and it might sound like we're outside because can you hear the birds? Hope the kids just opened the gate here for me. We are on our way to the library, and one of the things that we like to do is to utilize the CD player in the car and just listen to either books on tape. We listen to a lot of Little House on the Prairie books while we're driving, or A to Z Mysteries. Today Peter brought a bird CD, and so he's really liking that. I enjoy it too, and it's nice because it pops up right here. It tells us what bird it is, so we can just sit and listen to bird sounds. It's relaxing. Everybody usually stays quiet while we do it because they like listening to the birds. And it's like homeschooling in the car. You got your books to take back?
Yeah.
I like them. SpongeBob and Lego.
Yeah. Lego.
All right, let's go. We were just coming home from the library and just coming in our back way, and there's the white deer.
Yeah,
It's not the best angle because it's just its rump, but maybe it'll turn here. Oh, there we go. Looking at me still.
He's not a true albino.
Yep, not a true albino.
Because he has black eyes.
Another day.
Good morning.
Good morning. Another day of homeschool, and we are going on a field trip today. So we're going to a historic site. It's a 4-hour tour and experience of a historical site, blacksmith shop, home. What else are they going to do? A schoolhouse. Maria and I are working on some lunches. Peter's out duck hunting, so as soon as Peter gets in, we are going to be ready to go. Whose sandwich is that, Joe?
Mine.
That is yours, you're right. Okay, let's get that into your bag, okay? This one's yours right here, hon. There you go. Well, we actually are driving back home down our road here because look what happened.
$100 each.
We're
rich.
we are almost to the end of the road
Because
on our way to the field trip, and there comes Sugar. She jumped out of the back of the car. So
Next
I think what happened, we left the
blocks away from
trunk open because we were putting stuff in there and putting our like lunches and water bottles in.
Okay.
So I think what happened is she jumped in there and then we didn't know it and we shut the trunk and then she jumped in.
if you can hear it, we've got A to Z Mysteries going, so that's the audio CD of choice today. Looks like now we're gonna end up being late, which is really a bummer because I wanted to get there on time.
Go look inside.
No,
Look inside the window, Maria.
no, what's in there?
There's a skeleton.
Today as well. This next closer building, that's our blacksmith shop. Too close to the ground. Half step forward, swing. Half step forward, swing.
The Pinery Road came from Portage up to here. It was a 6-day walk from Portage to here. The reason they walked is in the 1850s, very few men had horses. Even the farmers and the logging camps used oxen.
She wasn't allowed to date, not marry, not to have a boyfriend. If she read a book, it had to be approved by the school board.
At the knot.
Gotta go back.
1, 2, 3.
Now we know how to make them.
Right? Now we can make candles at home too, huh?
But like, what do they use for the wick?
A cotton string. Homeschool mom or no homeschool mom, I still like to wear some perfume, and I pretty much put on some sort of perfume, cologne, something like that every single day. Dossier Fine Fragrances was kind enough to collaborate with me one more time here. The two latest perfumes I've been trying from them are Ambery Saffron and Floral Pear. I actually prefer the Floral Pear over the Ambery Saffron, as does Warren. He likes this one better too. It's just a lighter scent, and this one is just a little bit stronger, a little bit heavier, although at the end of the day I do like how this one smells as it really wears on my skin. One of the nice things about Dossier is that they do offer free exchanges, and so their perfumes come with these little mini spray bottles so that you can break the seal on this one before breaking the seal on the full-size bottle. You can try it out for a number of days to know if it's something that you like before you open up which these are so fun, they have magnetic tops. There we go. Before you open up the full-size one. So if you are looking for new fragrances to try, definitely check the first link in the description box below and order yourself 1 or 2 or maybe even 3. They do give discounts, and there will be a discount code in the description box below as well. I'm going to get some Floral Pear for today, and we are going to get started with our school day. Be real careful. So Peter and Maria, they went out and grabbed pumpkins from our pumpkin patch. We didn't even think anything was that we thought we were only going to get maybe 1 pumpkin. But kind of in the last month or so, the pumpkins really grew. We got some really nice sized pumpkins out there.
We still have ones that are still green.
Still green pumpkins too? Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. So anyway, the kids finished their animal adaptations. Today we were working on polar bears. What else were we working on? We did something, oh yeah, and blubber, learning about like the blubber layer and how it works as
Mom
insulation.
took pictures of us doing it. We took like shirtling, I think it's called, and we put it in a bag. And then we put our hands in another Ziploc bag, and we put our hands in, and then stuck our hands in a bowl of ice and super cold water. and then we saw how long it took for our hands to get cold.
How long did it take?
Minute.
After a minute, it still wasn't super, right? Still wasn't super cold. Okay, with Joe, oh, you know what, honey? We have to pull those off because we're going to put them in order from 1 o'clock all the way to 12 o'clock. So we have to get these in order. So we're working on some time. Joe loves to wear a watch, and I thought we need to work a little bit more on time and putting it in order and understanding some of that, right? No. 2 o'clock's going to go right next to it. Put it super close. Right up touching. Can you do it so it's touching? Like that? So it's touching? And then what comes next after 2 o'clock?
Oh no.
What would come next? 1 o'clock? 2 o'clock? Yes. What does that one say?
3 o'clock and 3:40.
3 o'clock. Not 3:40, just regular 3 o'clock.
No, it's a submarine.
Submarine?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a submarine.
Oh, sure.
Beautiful.
Can you beautiful right now?
What comes after 3 o'clock?
10:40.
No, not yet. What comes after 3 o'clock?
12 o'clock.
Not yet. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
6. 4.
4 o'clock. Yep, you need to find 4 o'clock. Where's 4 o'clock?
No.
You find 4 o'clock.
No, I find it, but no.
I think you colored it brown. Do you see the
Well-
one that you colored brown?
I'm sorry. I can't find him.
Does that look like a 4?
No, submarine.
Yep, do 4 o'clock.
No, it's a submarine. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Yes.
There.
Finally, you get to do 6 o'clock.
There you are.